Stop right there. Before you do anything else today, I want you to do one thing. Press your fingertip gently into the skin just above your ankle. Press and hold for about 5 seconds, then release. Did the skin bounce right back? Good. Now think about your last meal. Think about how you felt about an hour afterward. Did you get that heavy, dragging tiredness, that foggy feeling behind your eyes where everything slows down and all you want to do is sit in your chair and close them for a while? Most people blame age for that feeling, but here's what most people don't know. That crash has a name, and more importantly, it has a solution. Today, I'm going to show you a tiny golden seed that researchers have studied for decades, one that may help your body handle blood sugar in a completely different way. But I have to warn you right now, how you prepare this seed makes all the difference in the world. Most people who try it get it completely wrong, and then they wonder why nothing is changing. Stay with me, because we're going to fix that today. Let me tell you about a woman named Dorothy from Knoxville, Tennessee. Dorothy was 74 years old, sharp as a tack, still doing her own grocery shopping and tending her garden every Saturday morning. She'd been managing type 2 diabetes for about 9 years. She took her medication faithfully every morning. She cut out the sweet tea she'd loved her whole life. She gave up her biscuits at Sunday breakfast, and she walked every evening after dinner, even in the winter. And still, her blood sugar after meals would climb to numbers that scared her. She'd eat a simple lunch, nothing wild, some chicken, a small portion of rice, a few green beans, check her monitor an hour later, and watch the number climb somewhere she didn't want it to be. She felt like no matter how careful she was, her body just wasn't listening. She told her daughter, "I'm doing everything right, and it still feels like I'm losing." Maybe you felt that same frustration, that sense that you're fighting as hard as you can and the scoreboard still isn't moving in your favor. Dorothy's problem wasn't her effort, it wasn't even her diet. What was happening was something deeper, something going on inside her digestive system every single time she ate. And a simple, humble little seed turned out to address it in a way she never expected. What fenugreek is and where it comes from. The seed Dorothy discovered is called fenugreek. You may have spotted it at a health food store or a spice market. Small, hard, angular little seeds, almost like tiny pebbles, with a warm, golden color and a smell that's earthy and slightly sweet, somewhere between burnt maple and toasted nuts. It doesn't look like much. Honestly, it looks like something you'd sweep off your kitchen counter. But don't let that fool you. Fenugreek has been used in traditional medicine across India, Egypt, and the Mediterranean for thousands of years, long before anyone had a laboratory, long before anyone had a glucometer. Ancient healers noticed that people struggling with what we now recognize as diabetes symptoms, the relentless thirst, the crushing fatigue, the frequent urination, showed real improvement when they consumed the seed consistently. They didn't know why it worked, they just knew that it did. Modern research has spent the last several decades catching up, and what scientists have found is genuinely fascinating. The fiber that changes everything. Here's the first thing that makes fenugreek stand apart from simply eating more vegetables or adding fiber to your diet in the usual ways. It contains an unusually high concentration of a specific type of soluble fiber called galactomannan. Now, I know that sounds like a chemistry class, so let me give you a picture that makes it real. Imagine your digestive system is a busy highway. When you sit down to eat a meal, bread, rice, fruit, potatoes, even certain vegetables, your body breaks those foods down quickly and releases sugar onto that highway all at once. It's like 100 cars trying to merge onto the freeway at the same moment. Traffic backs up. Everything gets overloaded. That sudden flood of sugar is what forces your pancreas to scramble. And in people whose blood sugar regulation isn't working smoothly, the system gets overwhelmed before it can catch up. The insulin sensitivity connection. But here's where it gets even more interesting, because fenugreek doesn't stop working once it leaves your stomach. It also contains a naturally occurring compound that researchers have given the technical name 4-hydroxyisoleucine. Don't worry about memorizing that. What you need to understand is what it does. This compound appears to support your body's ability to actually use insulin more effectively. And that matters enormously because for many people with type 2 diabetes, the problem isn't just too much sugar in the blood. The problem is that the body's cells have stopped listening to insulin's signal. Think of it this way. Insulin is like a delivery driver whose job is to bring fuel, glucose, to every cell in your body. In a healthy system, the driver knocks on the door opens, the fuel gets delivered, and your blood sugar goes down. But in insulin resistance, it's as if the doorbell is broken and the lock is rusted shut. The driver knocks and knocks, nobody answers. The fuel sits in the street, which in this case means it sits in your bloodstream. And the longer it sits there, the more damage it can do to your blood vessels, your nerves, your kidneys, and your eyes. Research suggests that the active compounds in fenugreek may help restore some sensitivity to those cellular receptors, essentially helping to fix the doorbell and loosen the lock. Your cells start hearing insulin's signal again. The door opens, fuel gets delivered where it belongs, and blood sugar levels have a better chance of coming down naturally. This is a different mechanism than most blood sugar medications, which tend to either force the pancreas to produce more insulin or block sugar absorption in the kidneys. Fenugreek may work more upstream at the level of the cell itself. The bonus nobody talks about. There's a third benefit that doesn't get nearly enough attention. Diabetes rarely travels alone. Most people dealing with blood sugar issues are also contending with high triglycerides or elevated LDL cholesterol, that thick, fatty quality to the blood that raises the risk of heart attack and stroke. The same gel-forming fiber that slows sugar absorption also binds to cholesterol and bile acids in the intestines, helping your body excrete them rather than reabsorb them back into circulation. So while fenugreek is working on your blood sugar, it may also be quietly supporting your cardiovascular health at the same time. That's a significant combination from one small, inexpensive seed. Please don't use this as a reason to stop any cholesterol medication. Always talk to your doctor. But it's worth knowing that the benefits may extend well beyond blood sugar alone. The mistake that makes it worthless. Now, I have to tell you something that Dorothy learned the hard way and that I see happen constantly with people who try fenugreek and give up after 2 weeks saying it didn't work. If you eat fenugreek seeds dry, if you swallow them whole with water or grind them and sprinkle them on your food like a spice, you are getting almost none of the benefit we just talked about. A dry, hard fenugreek seed passes through your digestive system too quickly for your body to release and activate that protective gel. It goes in, it comes out, and your blood sugar does whatever it was going to do anyway. The preparation method is not optional. It is the entire difference between this working and this being a waste of your time and money. The overnight soak, step by step. Here is exactly how to prepare fenugreek the right way. Every night before you go to bed, take a standard drinking glass and fill it with about 8 ounces of clean water. Room temperature is fine, cold is fine too. Add exactly 1 level tablespoon of whole fenugreek seeds. Not heaping, not 2 tablespoons, just 1 level tablespoon to start. Stir it gently. Then cover the glass with a small plate, a clean cloth, or a piece of plastic wrap, and leave it on your counter or nightstand overnight. You need at least 8 hours of soaking time. Do not rush the step. In the morning, you are going to see something that surprises most people the first time they try it. The seeds will have swollen to nearly double their original size. The water will no longer be clear. It will be a warm, golden amber color. And here is the detail that tells you it's working. If you dip a clean finger into the glass, the water will feel slightly thick, silky almost, a little viscous. That texture is the galactomannan gel we talked about. That is your protective barrier. That is what is going to slow down your blood sugar after your next meal. Do not pour that water down the drain. The water is where most of the active compounds are concentrated. When and how to take it. Drink the entire contents of the glass, water and seeds together, approximately 15 minutes before your largest meal of the day. For most people, that's lunch. For others, it's dinner. You know your own schedule better than anyone. That 15-minute window is important because it gives the gel time to spread and coat the lining of your stomach before food arrives. When your meal shows up 15 minutes later, it encounters that protective layer first, and the sugar from your food has to pass through it slowly rather than rushing directly into your bloodstream. I won't pretend the taste is pleasant. It's earthy, slightly bitter, with that warm maple-adjacent quality. It tastes like medicine, honestly. If the flavor is too strong at first, start with just drinking the water and leave the swollen seeds in the glass. After a week or two, your palate usually adjusts and you can begin chewing and swallowing the seeds too. They'll be soft and easy to eat by then, and adding that physical fiber will give you additional digestive benefits. If your fasting blood sugar consistently runs above 150, or your doctor has told you your insulin resistance is significant, you may eventually work up to 2 doses per day, one before breakfast and one before lunch. But start with one. Let your body adjust. We're looking for a steady, cumulative effect, not a dramatic shock to your system. The safety warning you must hear. Before you head to the kitchen, I need you to hear this clearly because it matters for your safety. Fenugreek genuinely works, and precisely because it works, it can lower your blood sugar more than you expect, especially when combined with medications that already lower blood sugar. If you take insulin, metformin, glipizide, or similar medications, adding fenugreek may cause your blood sugar to drop lower than your current dose was designed for. That's called hypoglycemia, and it can cause dizziness, shakiness, cold sweating, confusion, and in serious cases, it can be dangerous. If, after several days of taking the fenugreek water, you start feeling dizzy between meals, or you notice your fasting numbers are coming in lower than usual, do not panic. That may actually be a sign that things are working, that your body is responding, and your current medication dose may need to be adjusted downward. The moment that happens, call your doctor. Bring your glucose log. Show them your numbers and say, "I've been making some dietary changes and my readings are improving. Can we talk about adjusting my dosage?" Let your results speak for you. Never adjust your medication on your own. Before you begin, ask your doctor to run a fasting glucose, an HbA1c, a fasting insulin level, and a full lipid panel. Then, repeat those same tests in 90 days. Real before and after data is the most powerful conversation you can have with your healthcare provider. I want to take a moment and acknowledge something. Managing diabetes is exhausting. It is a constant, daily negotiation with your own body. You read labels, you count portions, you test your blood, you try to exercise even when your joints ache and your energy is low. And some days, even after all of that, the numbers still don't cooperate. That wears on a person. It wears on your spirit, and I don't want to minimize that for even a second. So I'm not going to ask you to overhaul your life tonight. I'm going to ask you to do one small thing. Tonight, fill a glass of water. Add 1 tablespoon of fenugreek seeds, cover it, and go to bed. That's it. Tomorrow morning, write down your fasting blood sugar before you drink anything, then drink your fenugreek water 15 minutes before lunch. Do that every day for 7 days and check your fasting number each morning. Many people notice a modest but real improvement in their post-meal readings within that first week. Some notice less of that heavy, foggy afternoon feeling. Some notice they're not as hungry between meals. Results vary from person to person. I won't promise you a specific number or specific outcome, but it is a safe, inexpensive, low-effort experiment that is absolutely worth 7 days of your time. 1 tablespoon, 1 glass of water. Tonight. You've already done harder things than this. Now, if you've been dealing with blood sugar issues for a while, there's a good chance you've also noticed something else happening. A stubborn, uncomfortable bloating after meals, sometimes even after eating very small amounts. That heaviness that sits right under your ribs and doesn't want to move. Most people assume that's just digestion being slow, but there's actually a specific reason it happens in people with insulin resistance, and it has everything to do with how your gut bacteria are responding to the sugar that never got properly absorbed. And the fix, when I show you what's really going on in there,